Hey everybody, Miasma here with another anime review. This is another Patreon request from my good friend Nia-chan. Thank you so much, Nia, for your kind donation this month. If you'd also like to join the Patreon, I'll have a link to it down below. Yeah, let's get right to it. So Neo asked me to review a series that I've heard about for a long time, yet never bothered to watch, and yet another one that I think I judged based upon how it looked. Tonight we're going to be talking about Usagi Drop. Now, or Bunny Drop, I guess, if you were to translate it. I like saying Usagi Drop better. I think Bunny Drop sounds kind of odd. Yeah, it's very short, like an 11 episode series about this 30-year-old guy named Daikichi who his grandfather passes away. And when he goes to the funeral and the ceremony and stuff, he finds out that his grandfather has a 6-year-old child, and nobody else in the family seems to want to raise this kid. So he steps up. He's a pretty nice dude, even though he doesn't really seem ready to raise a child, and that's a lot of the challenge of the show. He signs up to basically raise this little girl named Rin, and Rin is kawaii as fuck. Rin is so cute. Even a guy like me, I'm not super into kids. I loved Rin. Rin is awesome. Rin acts like a kid, for the most part. She acts how a kid would act, whines and stuff, and complains when she's hungry, and gets sick like a kid, and is reliant on a parent, just like pretty much any other kid. And she has her cute moments. She has her moments where she can get a little bit annoying. Especially for my taste, but hey, I guess that's how kids can be, I suppose. So yeah, basically, this anime encompasses a lot of what it is, I think, to be a parent. However, I do think it sort of sheds most of the light on the good aspect, like the cute aspect. I mean, it delves into the hardship of it a little bit, and they talk about how kids can get abandoned for specific reasons by parents, because that is discussed in the show a little bit, but it kind of focuses on the good stuff, the cute moments. It's really kind of like a laid-back show that just kind of tries to warm your heart. I would say this is a great show to watch if you're in a bad mood. I think Rin and Daikichi's sort of relationship there will make you happy on a bad day. In terms of animation, it looks really, really good, especially for a show that is, let's see, I forget when this is, 2011, so 7 years old. Production IG did an awesome job here. If you've ever seen an IG show before, you shouldn't really be surprised by me saying that, because they did do Ghost in the Shell, and several other really good looking things. But I always think of Ghost in the Shell when I think them, and Guilty Crown, the beautiful disaster that is Guilty Crown. But yeah, so they also did Usagi Drop, which is a really cool looking show. A lot of it is very laid back animation, but when they want detail in the characters' faces and the characters' movements and stuff like that, it was there. It didn't really feel that lazy or anything. It didn't feel like they really cut corners. It was solid animation style. Music was alright. It's kind of forgettable for me. I didn't have a lot of tracks that I necessarily remembered. The voice actors were pretty good. I watched this in the sub. It was the only way I could find it available, which it is on Crunchyroll, by the way, which is the way that I watched it. The voice actors did a pretty good job. Rin sounds like a kid. Daikichi sounds like a 30-year-old guy. I mean, can't really do much there. But yeah, so presentation-wise, this was pretty good. Like I said, it's nice and short. If I had anything to complain about, it would be just, I don't think it... This is gonna sound maybe odd, but it's not negative enough. I feel not that kids are awful, but I feel like kids have more drawbacks than this show kind of lets on, or more hardship, I think, than this show sort of lets on. Yeah, she gets sick and stuff like that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because Daikichi's such a cool dude that he kind of handles a lot of this in stride. But honestly, I feel like parents go through a little more struggle than Daikichi does here, and maybe he's lucky for that. But they do have a cool relationship. They both get some development in this series. There are some cool side characters. There's this like little boy in Rin's class at school that's pretty cool. I liked him. He's like her friend. And then you get to know a little bit about Rin's backstory and some characters from her upbringing and stuff like that. But it's kind of only like a little like taste. And I kind of wish it went into it a little bit more. I think if this series had like a full like 24 episodes or something like that, maybe it would have been a little better. But I know what happens in the manga for this, and that worries me, and it makes me glad that it actually sort of stopped here. So maybe I should take back what I just said. Don't pay attention to what happens in the manga, because that seems kind of odd, the way that the author went about doing that. But just watch this anime. Yeah, and you'll be happy and fine, and Rin's cute, and she'll warm up your heart a little bit, and the animation's pretty good. And yeah, it's a solid short watch, and I'm glad that I finally watched it. A lot of people talk about this as a highly recommended show, and I can see why. I think if you're someone that really, really loves kids, or just like the idea of family, you'll really, really like this show. Especially like if like I said, if you're really into kids. If kids are your thing, if you're like a teacher, like you teach like kindergartners or something like that, or if you got like a boyfriend, girlfriend, or something like that, maybe you're trying to get somebody into anime, and maybe they work in a field related to children or something like that, and they really value children in their lives, I would show them this anime. This would be perfect for that. I know this kind of sounds like a niche demographic that we're offering this to, but I do think actually most people will get something out of this. But yeah, thank you, Nia, so much for recommending me this show to watch. I would say that this show is certainly worth a stream. And if you're really into it, then buy it. I don't think I would buy it myself. I don't think I would ever really watch it again. But I think it's worth one watch through. But yeah, if you have seen Usagi drop, let me know what you guys think down below. Let's not talk about the manga. Let's just ignore that exists. Because that goes down a weird route. Depending on how you want to look at it. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the anime. If you like this kind of stuff, please hit that subscribe button down below. And you could join my podcast every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, The Sugoi Boys, where I am joined by The Art of Anime and J-Chip from The J-Chip Show, and frequent other guests as well. Again, I'll have that Patreon link down below if you want to support the channel there as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And my name is Miasma, and I'm signing out.